Hey, so a few weeks back, my wife and I went to a concert and came home and rode in a Waymo for the very first time. We had such a fun experience and conversation that I thought it'd be fun to share the same experience and those conversations with some of my friends. So here is our first edition of Words in a Waymo. All right. Lock. So our first guest has done so much for Austin over the last 40 years. She's one of the most charitable women I know, and so happens to be the owner and broker of our firm. I'm excited to share with you our first conversation with Emily Moreland.
Oh my!
Come on in. Here we go.
Oh wow! What an experience! In fact, I'm not sure I've been in a Jaguar.
I know, well, and this is something for sure.
Wow.
Well,
yes.
What do you think? You ready for this first drive without a driver?
I guess so.
All right. Well, we're gonna ask you to hit the start button here, and that'll get us started.
Oh goodness.
All right.
Auditorium Shores.
Here we go.
Happy Friday.
It is a happy Friday. We're on a real joyride.
That's right. So, what do you think?
Well, this is very interesting. I'm waiting for him to stop at this stop sign, or it.
That's right.
It, not him.
We want this to be a he or a she today.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, it's up to you.
Okay. Let's make it a she.
Let's make it a she. All right, we'll call her she. Well, yeah. So, I just thought it'd be fun to spend a few minutes talking about all sorts of things Austin. Of course, you're the queen of Austin and have been here for a long time, since the mid 80s.
Yes.
Like, would you have ever believed Austin would have this back then?
No, but I wouldn't have believed a lot of things that's happened in Austin.
Yeah.
Especially downtown. I mean, it looks like a big, big city. And it is.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, you probably had a few stoplights, to get from one place to
That's
the next.
exactly right. Oh, and when we got a fax machine, we thought this was the most wonderful thing in the world.
Yeah, and here we are, a driverless car.
There were no cell phones, no internet.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. What times and what's coming?
That's right. I think that's exactly right.
Oh, wow. So the next 10 years, 50 years, you just can't imagine.
It's just hard to believe.
It is.
I mean, I've known of you. You guys helped us sell our house back in the 80s a couple different times.
Wow.
But, we've worked together for the last 13 years, which is pretty crazy, but I feel like I've known you forever.
Yes.
But,
and so how old are the babies?
Yeah, we've got 9-year-old twins. We have a photo. Carrie and I were looking at photos, and I found you with.
There I was.
There you were, kind of that first month.
I had to
on
go
the
see
job.
him.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Go see him for sure.
Well, so I guess one of the thoughts on this experience is A, we're talking about the technology, but then B, just driving through Austin, and like
yes.
what it was back. You and I are both sort of originals, I would say, and so like, what would you tell someone that's a newbie about the original parts of Austin? Like being kind of an OG of sorts.
Okay.
Like how did that? What do you miss about old Austin? What do you love about new Austin? I guess would be an interesting thought.
Well, there's still a lot of old Austin that's very, very good.
Right.
But we have some good changes, such as we're getting ready to go down to the Long Center.
Right.
And the ballet, the opera, and the symphony did not have a permanent home.
Right.
And UT was good enough to let us use Bass Concert Hall until they couldn't.
Right.
Because they needed it for the students, the things that were going on. So for us to get that started was an amazing accomplishment. And
that's why I chose this destination, because I figured you'd have something fun to share.
Well, it's free and clear of debt.
Yeah, amazing.
It is just amazing. I mean, of course, they still need to get money because they have to run it, which is a huge expense. But anyway, okay, those condos right there are very interesting. There's just little old dumpy houses right there that really were not very attractive anymore. So that's good. Mopac
Yeah, what
trying to remember.
yeah, do you remember? I mean, I remember the big deal when we got the sound wall. That was just a handful of years ago. It felt like maybe it was much longer now, but
Yeah, but there was no Mopac.
Yeah.
What did we do? I can't remember. I'd have to look back.
yeah.
Gracious.
Yeah,
God.
when I listen to stories from my dad who was born here, he
Mhm.
always talks about, you know, the north side of Austin was like 35th Street, you know, like it didn't
Right.
go much further north than
Well,
than
and
that.
my mother would come with my dad to medical meetings because he was on the Texas Board of whatever medical association. And she said the furthest out she ever went was Exposition.
Yeah.
And part of it wasn't paved. Can you think about that? And that was in the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good change,
Yeah.
a very good change. And then well, I remember when nobody wanted to come across the river to look at a house.
West. Or
West.
south and west, yeah.
Well, just to come
Yeah.
across to Westlake Hills? No, that's too far away.
Right.
And I went, what? Because we had settled there.
Right.
And we had a wonderful agent who felt born and raised here. And she lived in Terrytown.
Okay.
And that was her whole world. And so she said, oh, I'll just give those clients to somebody else if they want to live in Westlake. She quit doing that. She
That's right.
finally figured
Realized
it
that was
out
the
that she
place.
could figure out what Westlake was all about for
Right.
sure.
What about, we're here in Clarksville, kind of old Enfield.
Oh, wow.
What do you think about
Well,
here? What reminds you of this
So
back in the
much
day?
change here. I'm really wondering about a few of the homes that are left. There was original Clarksville.
Right.
I don't think they'll be here much longer.
Yeah.
They were mainly African American homes, and I need to brush up on my history, but I'm sure they were very much help for people
Yeah.
in this area. And then I always think about how things have changed for so many. And then I also realize that we have a whole group of Asian population that is so intelligent and hard workers that are just amazing. And
Yeah.
they have their own, they don't group together, but they sort of
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
you know, which I understand. Their culture is very close, which is good. Anyway.
And now we're kind of rolling in. You know, you can see the skyline
I've
over
never
here.
seen so many skyscrapers.
Yeah. What do you think about the downtown? I know you've lived downtown before.
Yes.
What? I mean, is that just something or what?
It's something. It really is. I moved into the Austonian as the second person to move in,
Okay.
and I enjoyed it. It was exciting, and lots of good people moved in. So I made some good friendships, and then we walked to dinners. You know, lots of restaurants, and the movie wasn't very far away,
Right.
which was very much a treat. But then I was there 9 years, and I began to really want to be back on the ground.
Yeah.
Which worked out just perfectly. But then also, Austin was just in a booming streak.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, wake up one day and all of a sudden, everything's happening. There's not a blank lot in downtown Austin. It hasn't got a crane on
I
it,
know. Totally.
you know?
Well, I think what's fun about these cars is I've ridden in these now a few different times, and the path that they take. You know, I would have totally gone a different direction, but this took us down here to almost downtown, or
Right.
just north of downtown, and now we're going to take Guadalupe, I guess, down to the down into the Long Center. But yeah, it's pretty fun to see which way will you go. You
That
know,
is
like
for sure.
isn't it wild? But it's pretty
It's
comfy
still a
and
red
nice.
light.
I know. I know.
Okay, it's turning right.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, gracious.
I know.
Ah, well, what's interesting is hopefully more of the spaces downtown will fill up with offices.
Yep.
That's been very much a problem after COVID,
Right.
and yet I feel like
There's still a vibe down here, right?
Mhm,
Like when you,
mhm.
every time I come down here, there's something new. There's tons of people, which I think is really kind of fun to see. You know, again, I've loved I'll take a Uber downtown from the office if I have to drive down there, just because I don't want to deal with the parking.
the
but
parking is a problem.
but
Right.
it just makes, you know, it's a city, which is really kind of fun. I think
Right.
we've had some really cool experiences down
Absolutely. Gracious.
here. You know, we're passing the old site, I think, up here in a minute, of the old Austin Library. We've been down to
Oh,
the
gosh.
new library.
Oh, I love it. I'm
Yeah.
a member. I have a
Okay.
card.
Yep.
That is an incredible operation.
Yeah.
Not just the building,
Right.
but they have places for kids to come in and use computers. They have all kinds of programs that you can take advantage of. And there's our old courthouse,
Yeah.
which we but that didn't get voted for. Remember?
Yeah.
Right. It takes lots of money to do things like that.
Yep.
And right now, where we are adjacent to Congress is what they're trying to get us to go underground.
Right.
Oh my.
Well, you know, they created that that park underneath the north side of Congress, you
Mhm.
know, and really made that fun. And you know, when we go down to tailgate at football games, it's fun to see how that has transformed for sure.
Right.
You know, this old post office up here at some point will be something, but this tower next to it is insane. How tall this one has become.
Goodness gracious.
Like all
Well,
of
that
this
is an extremely valuable piece of
Yeah.
property for a
Totally.
post office. Right. And then that's a courthouse.
Right.
And then the park where we used to have, I would walk on Saturdays for a market,
Right.
a farmer's market. That's not there anymore. And then,
You know what I've always wondered is, you know, I've experienced the Town Lake, Lady Bird Lake Trail
Right.
for, you know, probably since, you know, college. But what did that look like back in the 80s?
oh,
and
there
the
wasn't
90s?
anything you could speak of.
Okay.
It was really just, it was a little semblance of a trail, but it was overgrown.
Okay.
As in, recently they've brought in goats
Yeah, right.
to clean up the trail because they were trying to get rid of the poison ivy.
Right.
And the goats, it doesn't bother them, they just eat it.
Right.
I find that very interesting. But anyway, I used to take my dog and enjoy walking the trail.
Yeah, but it's nothing like it was today.
Well, that was like 50,
Oh,
16
yeah,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
So it was okay.
Yeah.
But it keep improving it
Yeah,
for sure.
it's insane.
Well, and the trail on the other side that goes southeast is beautiful.
Right.
And lots of bridges where the trail hangs out over the water.
Right. The boardwalk.
Right,
Yeah.
which is wonderful.
What was Auditorium Shores like? Is that, I know it was the Vic Mathias, now named the Vic Mathias Shores, but
Pretty much the same.
same.
Yeah, it really was. But then the old, I used to call it the Green Turtle, which was
Over.
our performing arts center for the city. And it was pretty pitiful.
Yeah.
Acoustics were terrible. And we couldn't get real names to come.
Yeah.
So what we've done is literally try to leave the feeling, because you see that circle of
Yeah.
concrete, that was the perimeter of the building. And they had drapes all over it. But there wasn't anything to look at.
Right.
There were maybe 4 or 5 buildings. There wasn't a big skyscraper thing to look at. And now we've even got a second story that you can go to and have a cocktail or whatever and look out while you're at a performance on intermission.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Coming up is Ballet Austin's.
Oh, we're gonna. I think it's gonna flip us around. I think we're
Good.
almost done. How about that?
Okay.
All right. So, all right. Give me your thoughts. How was your first Waymo experience? Would you do it again?
I would do it again.
About to arrive.
What was the highlight?
It's safe.
Yeah, it feels good, right?
It feels good.
That's right.
Plus, you totally distracted me.
Well, good. I'm glad.
But
we did
I
that.
was watching when he started to turn and there was still a red light.
That's right.
But at any rate, this is exciting.
All right, well,
Thank you, Greg.
Thanks for participating and
Oh,
being a good
yes.
sport for sure.
Wonderful.
All right.
Oh, and we have a wonderful
Yeah, there's our right now.
associate.
That's right. Exactly.
That's right. Okay. All right, can I just get out?
Uh-huh.
All right.
It'll stop us and we'll get out.
Yeah.
I got you
And
a
so
water.
it knows to go home.
It's gonna send us home now. You're awesome. Thanks, Ed.
Oh, this was fun.